My name is Jonelle Polanski, and I'm a member of the AES. As a young person, I always wanted to play a musical instrument, and so I played piano, organ, guitar, classical guitar specifically, bass, so that I could learn how to listen to modern music, because I had a classical background, and quite frankly, jazz just sounded like a bunch of noise to me. I had no idea how to listen to it. So I went to music school to learn how to listen to jazz and play it badly on the bass, but it allowed me to learn contemporary harmony and theory, which I really wanted to know as a producer, so I could be an effective arranger. I went to Musicians Institute, phenomenal experience, 24/7. Then I stayed another 6 months in the keyboard school and studied arranging with Larry Steelman. I was living in the San Jose area, and I started playing in local bands, bar bands, biker bands, original bands, everything. And one of the band members said, you know, I have this friend who owns a really nice studio, and he teaches an engineering class every once in a while. His name is Doug Hopping, and he was a very prominent engineer in Northern California. So I walked into this studio and took this class, and it was very interesting because there were 3 students, one of whom was a studio owner, the other one was kind of a working engineer, and then there was me, who knew nothing. And needless to say, they were very aggravated when I would locate tape, because this was analog environment, 0.05, locate, and these guys were ready to kill me. But that's how I learned to engineer. I really connected with that, and it entered my mind. I thought, who arranges recording sessions? I mean, how do you figure out what to do? Because I didn't know what a producer was. And when we were in these classes, at the end, they brought in, each one of us produced a band. And so I produced this band, and they had a female lead singer. And right then and there, it was all about the singer for me. There was another studio, and I just would go to the studio and do things. Stay out of the way and clean up and hang out. And if I got invited back by the client, if they said, hey, are you gonna be here tomorrow? I thought, that's good, I'm doing okay. I worked for about 3 years in Manhattan for Kliegel Lighting, actually, and did a lot of opera lighting design. And then I went back and got my master's degree in electrical engineering from Caltech in Pasadena. After I went to graduate school, I got married, and we lived in the San Jose area. It was great because there were 2 really nice studios in the San Jose area, and I got to know the other studio as well, and I'd go there and hang out and this and that. And there was a mother and son who owned the studio, so they started giving me sessions. Then they knew that I played in all these bands, and one day I walked in and they gave me a business card, and it said my name, engineer/producer. And they said, bring us the business. And you can come in here, we get paid, you get paid, you produce, you engineer. I did it all myself. It occurred to me that I really wanted to pursue music and production, and that's when I decided to go to MI, Musicians Institute. After I was done there, I moved to Nashville. I love country music, and it's called Music City, USA. My launching pad was going out to writers' nights and finding singer-songwriters or artists and cultivating them as production clients. And I had a little 4-track that I did all my pre-production work on in my dining room, and I'd get the artist ready to go in the studio. It was actually Jerry Cupid who let me use his studio. Currently I have my own studio, and it's kind of, because of my background, it's truly a hybrid setup. So I have an analog console, Trident 80B, and that works in conjunction with Cubase. And I still have my analog outboard gear, so I blend the analog with the digital recording techniques. And I've continued to really work with vocalists and helping them give that performance in the studio. It really is a large part of my work, and I really specialize in original music, creating a sound for somebody both in the music as well as in their voice. My biggest break was them handing me a business card with my name on it. That was huge. And what was intriguing about that was it was both business and art, because my job was to bring in the business and do my job, which is what I do is about. Because so many people think it's just people come to you wanting to do projects, and it's not. You have to go out and acquire business. I had a little studio on Music Row, and one day somebody called me up and said, I have a band over, and they need to just zip into your studio and do a real quick songwriter demo. You know, they're Nashville session players, so they're really great musicians, and they all come in the studio, and they're like, where's the engineer? And I'm sitting there, and I said, that would be me. And the look on their face was priceless. We recorded the track, and of course it came time to do some repairs, and one of the guys said, well, do you know how to punch in? And I said, yeah, I think I can help you with that. So I did it. And he said, well, play that back, I want to check it. So I played it back, he goes, that's right. And in about 15 minutes it was, hey, get me in on bar 5, get me out on bar 6. And there was no ambiguity. Well, I've been a member of the AES for a long time, and it's very helpful to me because Nashville has such an amazing community of talent, and to have the opportunity to listen to them and interact with the great people here is incomparable to anything else. It's an absolutely wonderful opportunity to serve the community. My secret to success is don't give up and do everything you can, including take out the trash, making coffee and doing the dishes, and be around, be available, and make yourself useful, and always, always, always learn something, especially how to work with people. My name is Jonelle Polansky, and I'm a member of the AES, and we want you.